point-slope form of a line. Previously, we've talked about the slope-intercept form of a line. The slope-intercept form was y equals mx plus b. It's the one we're really used to talking about. I said also in another video that there was the general form of a line, which I don't really like to talk about too much. I think of it more as intercept form of a line. But the really big other form of a line is this point slope form of a line. So the point slope form of a line uses a point and a slope in the same way that the slope intercept form uses the slope and the y-intercept. Here's what point slope form looks like. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, where m is the slope of the line, just like it was before, and then x1, y1 is any point on the line. So let's use it. Let's user. Find the point slope form of the line that passes through the points -2, 10, and -6, -2. We are going to need to find the slope first. We're going to need to find the slope first. So we'll use the slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. We have x1, y1, x2, y2. y2 is -2, minus y1 is 10. x2 is -6, minus x1, which is -2. -2 minus 10 is -12. -6 plus 2 is -4. We get m is equal to 3. So we have our slope. There are actually two good answers we can give here. Right? We are asked to find the point slope form, which means to leave it in this form right here, and we can use either of these points to be our x1, y1. So option 1 would be using the point -2, 10. Right? This would be our x1, y1. And our line would look like this, using this formula right here. And I could even copy, paste, duplicate. Instead of y1, we have 10. And instead of m, we have 3. And instead of x1, we have -2. Now, we wouldn't want to leave it like this as minus -2. We would want to simplify. So y minus 10 equals 3 times x plus 2. That would be one answer. Option 2 is using the point -6, -2. And you would just relabel them x1 and y1. Again, using the same formula here, just erasing the values that we need to plug in. So y1 is -2. M is 3. x1 is -6. Simplifying, this becomes y plus 2 is equal to 3 times x plus 6. Let's see if my keyboard will let me make a bit more room here. Okay, good. It's not going to mess up too much there. So either of these answers fits the criteria of the problem. They are both equally correct. I want to prove to you that both of these come out to be the same y equals mx plus b form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to solve for y. I'm going to start by distributing the 3. So I'm distributing 3. I get 3x plus 6. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. We get y equals 3x plus 16. That would be the slope-intercept form. Over here, again, distribute the 3. So we have y plus 2 equals 3x plus 18. Subtract 2, subtract 2. Y equals 3x plus 16. These are the same line. So in the same way that slope-intercept takes the slope and the y-intercept and it uses it in its equation, the point-slope form takes a point and the slope and uses it instead. So let's find the point-slope form of a line that has an x-intercept of 4 and a y-intercept of -1. This is actually giving us points on the line. It's just not being explicit about it. So the x-intercept being 4, the x-intercept has a y value of 0. So this is the point 4, 0. And y-intercepts have an x value of 0. So the y-intercept of -1 is the point 0, -1. From here, we can go ahead and find our slope. Right? x1, y1, x2, y2. Slope is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. y2 is -1, y1 is 0. x2 is 0, x1 is 4. Simplifying, we have -1 divided by -4, which is positive 1/4. So our slope is 1/4. And we can use either of these points to create our answer in point-slope form. So we can use the point 4, 0, in which case it's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, x1, y1. In this case, y1 is 0, m is 1/4, and x1 is 4. Simplifying, we have y equals 1/4 times x minus 4. I am not distributing the 1/4 because it does say to leave my answer in point-slope form. So I don't want to distribute. I just want to leave it in point-slope form. Using the other point, 0, -1, again, here's duplicate. Here's our point-slope formula. So we have y minus x1, y1. And it doesn't matter that they were x2, y2 up here. That was just for the purposes of slope. So y1 is -1, 1/4, x minus x1 is 0. So this is y plus 1 equals 1/4 x. In either case, if you were to distribute over here or solve for y over here, you get 1/4 x minus 1. That would be the slope-intercept form for both of those. All right, so sometimes we want to, use this in a different way. So for these problems, we're going to graph the line and we're going to give the equation in point-slope form and also in slope-intercept form. And we're going to graph it. So what do we do here? debating whether I'm going to type up steps. Give me a second. Nah, I'm not going to type up any steps. I'm too lazy. It's really not that bad anyway. The point is the same as the way we did it with in the slope intercept form. It's these same general steps here of plot a point, use the slope to plot a second point, and then connect the dots. So it's these same steps here, only you're plotting the first point based on the point that you're given here. So I'm plotting the point 4, 2. That's right here. Then our slope is 2/3, right? So that means we're going to go up 2 for the rise, and we're going to go right 3. Up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. Plot our another point. Bam. And we can continue also, if we wanted to make more points, we could continue going up 2, right 3, and then we can move in the backwards direction, following this pattern going the other way. So down 2, left 3, down 2, left 3, down 2, left 3. Plot the point, plot the line. For point slope form, that's going to be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You have the x, you have the x1, you have the y1, you have the m. So in point slope form, this is y minus y1 is going to be 2, just the y value here. The slope is 2/3. X minus x1 is 4. To get the slope intercept form, we can't really tell what the intercept is based on this graph. It doesn't hit nicely. But what we can do is take this guy right here and solve for y. So we'll distribute the 2/3. Y minus 2 equals 2/3 x minus 8/3. Add 2 to both sides. Y equals 2/3 x. Let's see mental math real quick. Minus 2/3. Y equals 2/3 x minus 2/3. If you look at our picture, this all feels like it makes sense. We have a positive slope, which is true. Car would go uphill. And we have a negative 2/3 y-intercept, which is just about right. I mean, based on my picture, it looks about right. All right, let's try it again. So we have our m value, we have x1, we have y1. We're going to start by plotting our point, our 5, -3. Plot. Our slope is 2. 2 is the same as 2/1. So we will go up 2, we will go right 1. Up 2, right 1. Plot our next point. I can continue doing that. Up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. In the backwards direction, down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. Beautiful. Okay. And we can't get the slope intercept form off this for sure because it doesn't even hit the y-axis on the graph that we have drawn. So in point slope form, this is y minus y1. So minus -3 would be +3. is equal to 2 times x minus x1, which is 5. The point slope form. For slope intercept, we're taking this guy and we are solving for y. Distribute the 2. Y plus 3 is equal to 2x minus 10. And then we are subtracting 3 on both sides. So we have y equals 2x minus 13. Well, I guess I don't need to circle that there. I'll just put it up here. Y equals 2x minus 13. Positive slope. Negative 13 as a y-intercept makes sense based on my graph, so I can feel good about it. All right, one more problem here. We have m, x1, y1. So this is the point -1, 4. Starting here. Starting at this point, I'm using my slope. So it's negative slope, so we're going to go down, down, 1, and then right 5. Down 1, right 5. So starting here, going to go down 1, minus 1, and then to the right 5. Be really careful here. We're not going to be plotting it at the 5x value. It should be 5 units over starting right here. So there's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 1, right 5. And then I'm going to do a dot in the opposite direction. Bam. Point slope form, y minus y1 is equal to m, negative 1/5, times x minus x1, so minus a negative is plus. In slope intercept form, distributing that negative 1/5, we have y minus 4 is equal to negative 1/5 x minus 1/5. Adding the 4 to both sides, we get y equals negative 1/5 x, mental math time, plus 19 over 5. 19 over 5 is a little bit less than 4. So, yep, that looks about right for that y-intercept. So that's all you need to know about point slope form of a line. I will see you in another video. Bye.